prototypes working their way around this 3.5+ mile course here inside of Daytona International Speedway.
Loic Duval on the number 5, the Mustang sampling Cadillac, has just been magic. Small team. Joel Barbosa, Mustang sampling, moving over to JDC this year. And small team, they do a great job over there. We talked about the fact that they had a race win in DPI. They won here in Prototype Challenge several years ago. But this is a huge undertaking, and a lot of people interested to see how that was going to work. Christian Fittipaldi there with him, trying to help manage that program a little bit. From under the wing of Action Express, people were interested, like I said, to see how it was going to work. Well, guess what? It seems to be working pretty good.
Christian Fittipaldi, Grand Marshal of this Rolex 24 here in 2020. Again, right now, overall leader, that Mustang sampling, number 5 out front here.
Driver just got out for a solid stint, and Nick Poole is getting in for his second time. Colin Brown, by the way, is back in the car for the Dragon Speed team. He's back on the lead lap for the moment, trying to make up some ground. Dylan?
And Kevin, on the DPI side of things, Loic Duval, the race leader, when he pitted, was just in for service, tires, and fuel. He remained in the race car. Ryan Briscoe, as well, was running in the second spot. The Wayne Taylor Racing number 10. Right side tires for him. They came on the radio while he was still sitting in the stall and said, hey, this is going to be a short stint here, so give us all you got. So we'll see what Briscoe's got here before he maybe hops out of the race car.
Saw Ryan with problems on cold tires a little bit earlier. Well, it certainly hadn't warmed up at all, but you think drivers of that caliber kind of learned their lesson a little bit. But it just shows how hard everybody's pushing. We've seen a lot of cars slipping and sliding at the end of pit lane. We saw Pedro Lamy contact early, and that was even before it has gotten as cool as it is right now. So these outlaps, not only are they critical because you can make time, but you can throw it all away before you ever even get back to the racetrack.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught up and make a big mistake, especially in a time when you're close to your competitors. In the GTD class, 10 still on the same lap, still on the lead lap.
New fast lap by Olivier Pla just a few laps ago. It shows the 77 has the pace, but I just can't help but think about what Brad Kettler said. Yeah, we can race our way back up to the front, but we've got plenty of time. We still want to think about our pace. So I think they've got something in hand. He just needs to keep the reins on the horses. Statistically speaking, there's going to be another full course caution that's going to allow you to change your strategy, also going to allow the field to close up.
We're going to throw statistics into this now?
Plan your work your plan, right?
Look at this fight right here. We got all these GTD cars tied together right here. Kyle Busch in the middle of this group.
Right there,
prototype coming up. So he's fighting right there with the Lamborghini that was leading the race.
Riding along with Kyle.
Oh, a little bit of curb there. It ran wide, had to get out of the way there for that prototype of Wayne Taylor's car.
I think the other thing that just showed us is when you're comfortable in a car, when you're a driver of Kyle Busch's caliber, you've got this sense of what's around you. Even though he has to get used to the faster cars coming through, he knew that prototype was there. He never moved the wheel, never closed the door. He sensed it. He saw it in his mirrors. When you're relaxed, you get that 360-degree field of vision around you. You can see it. You can make sure you're not a part of somebody else's problem. Great job right there on his part.
Yeah. Trying to get a run on this Lamborghini. Got a nice exit off the bus stop. Let's see if this Lexus has got the horsepower to pull up on the back of this Lamborghini and make a nice pass. There he is. He's starting to draft up now. Just like in a stock car, will he pop to the inside? He goes for the outside. Does a little bit of side draft right there. That's a NASCAR style. Pulls away from the car and slingshots by. Does he have the brakes to get by? Deep on the brakes. And a nice, perfectly executed pass. So you saw a little bit of NASCAR style side draft, which allowed him to jump ahead of that Lamborghini. Nice move.
It was Eric Lux that he'd just been around. Remember, Lux, part of the problem earlier involved with the 23 car there coming into pit in. They've gotten that car back on track several laps down, but good to see them back out there.
That side draft, you don't see a lot of these road race guys do that. It is very effective in NASCAR. You see it every week, and it obviously worked with that car.
There's wings here. In NASCAR, there is a spoiler, and so they don't want as much air on the spoiler in NASCAR, but that's what that side draft does, is it pushes air onto it. He's trying to put air onto that other car to get by him.
When the front of your car is going through the air hits the front of your car, and then it spills off the sides of the car. So what happens is you get up next to the guy's back wing, and you get right on his quarter panel, and the air that's spilling off the side of your car will dump onto the back of his car. See how he gets close? And then you pull away from that car. Parker, you can explain this. You've done this a lot more than me, but how effective is it in NASCAR when you do that?
Oh, it's huge. It's everything in Super Speedway racing. Side draft units become big on the mile and a half. Over the last couple of years, people have gotten very aggressive with it, especially with the new package we had this last season. It's everything to have that side draft. It's not that it accelerates the car on the outside. It actually slows the car down on the inside because you dump the air on their spoiler or on, in this case, on a wing. You dump the air onto them, and it actually just